Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are tying the Atlantic salmon pattern Alexandra. It is a classic. So we are going to be using some 8/0 thread and we're just going to tie that in towards the rear. And we're going to wrap that back so we can put in a tag of silver tinsel. We're just going to wrap that back to the hook point. Now we're going to grab some silver tinsel. We'll tie that in. Always take your time and enjoy the tying process, especially with Atlantic salmon patterns. And one more, and we're going to overwrap this. Cut that off there. Just going to clean up the tag end here. There we go. And now we're going to use some scarlet dark red hackle fibers for the tail. Okay, just going to grab and you want to make it about 3/4 of a hook shank in length. Wrap that down. There we go. And now we're going to wrap this thread all the way forward. To about 2.5 eyes back, and then start wrapping it back. And we're just going to start building up the body to match that little clump that we put in there in the tail. Now, if you had longer fibers, you could have tied it all the way to the eye, and then that would have helped. But we didn't, so that back, and that looks good there. Now we're going to tie in our rib, which we're using a small size French silver tinsel. Okay, and we're going to tie that in the front, and we're going to wrap that all the way back. Wrap it forward again. Okay. Now we'll grab some large silver tinsel for the body. And when you're using a large silver tinsel, it is kind of awkward at times to wrap. So I always double wrap. This is the only part where more is better. Usually in fly tying, less is better, but not when it comes to tinsel. So we're just going to tie that in just in the front there. And we're going to double wrap this all the way back, okay? Again, like I always say, take your time with these patterns. They are fun to tie. Okay, we'll just that there. Snip that off. Now we'll bring up the rib. As much as you can, try to get the rib inside the creases of the flat silver tinsel, as much as you can. I love tying this pattern and fishing this pattern. It actually has worked well for steelhead, and actually in smaller sizes worked great for a trout, rainbow and brown. Okay, now we're going to tie in the wing, which is going to be peacock sword. So you want to grab some pieces to extend about to the tail, maybe 5 to 6. And you want to tie that in there, pinch wrap there. What I like to do with this is I like to lift it up a bit and give it a couple of wraps behind. Just lifts up the tail nicely, the wing, sorry. And we'll cut off the excess here. And one more secure wrap. Now with this pattern, you can go up with the up on the wing. We're just going to crest it with some, actually, where is it now? I'm going to use some red guinea to skirt up the side of the peacock sword, and we're just going to use a little bit, just a little bit. I'm going to cut that. I like changing the patterns up a bit as much as I can. You could use some pheasant crest in red. Or any other. You can use pattern actually calls for some quill, some duck quill or goose quill. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to just get in there and cut as much of the excess off as I can. And sometimes if that sits down a little bit too much, you can always give it one more wrap behind. Okay, just watch the thread there. There we go. And now this calls for a color of black hackle. Let's see here. Secure that in. Now you can grab hackle pliers or use your hands, it's up to you. I do about 3 to 4 turns. And we'll just capture it there. And cut away the excess here. You just want to pull back. And wrap that thread back up, trapping those fibers. More. There, that looks good. Now we'll just build up our head. And if you wanted some more space to cover, you can unwind your thread counterclockwise. That looks good. And we'll just finish this. Quite a simple pattern, but quite an elegant pattern. I'll take some UV clear. Take your time with this, of course. I've actually done this pattern, this variant of this pattern with a red head, and all you want to do is, when you're doing a nice variant of a classic, reverse the colors. So instead of the red tail, have a black tail. Instead of the black hackle, have a red hackle. Instead of a black head, have a red head. Change it up. Create a variant of these classics, and you'll enjoy tying them. There you go. There's the Alexandra classic Atlantic salmon pattern. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you next time.